This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, Brucham Abba, welcome everyone. We continue Mishna Berura Yomi. We're up to some TorahAnytime Gimel. We're in the Ramah and Sif Aleph Haga. Even though the Mechaber said all oils and wicks are kosher b'ner Chanukah, even oil that is not drawn after the wick, and the fire is not suspended well on that wick. Nevertheless, says Ramah, the choice mitzvah is olive oil. If olive oil is not available, mitzvah b'shmanim sha'arin zach v'naki. It's a mitzvah to use oil whose light is pure and clean. The minhag in Armadin is to use wax candles because its light is clear like oil. It says Mishna Berura Shava Mikamaka Mitzvah B'Shel Shemen. It's still a mitzvah to use oil. The miracle happened through oil. I feel below Shabbos. Okay, the Mechaber continues. I feel below Shabbos Chanukah. Even on the night of Shabbos in Chanukah, Mutal Halik Meneres Chanukah, you're allowed to light the neres of Chanukah. Hashman v'absilas with the oils and wicks also halik v'hem ner Shabbos. You're now to use for ner Shabbos Haga. Imeinu noisem ner rak kadei shir mitzvasai. If you don't put in the ner only the shear of the mitzvah. In other words, that's only permitted, provided that you don't let the candles burn longer than the mitzvah. And the reason why we're allowed to be lenient with the ner Chanukah on Friday night, the reason normally you can't use it on Shabbos, we're afraid you might come to use it and you'll tilt it if it's not a proper burning. But the ner Chanukah, it's also a shamash for ner Chanukah, bein b'Shabbos, bein b'chol, whether it's Shabbos or the weekday. I feel lived like mice, even to check money, or to count them, it's asur. I feel tashmish kedusha, even a sanctified use, to learn by the ner Chanukah, it's asur. V'yesh mishmater b'tashmish shel kedusha. There are those who allow one to get hana from the ner Chanukah if it's a tashmish shel kedusha. Says the Mishna Berura, Siv Katan Hey, I feel below Shabbos Shabbatach, what's an Aloymar, meaning to say, the Sagadaitach, I would have thought the Nechash Bezek Mai Ba'alma, that you should be concerned in this case, like regularly, B'ner Shabbos Shamaloi Tidlak Yafa might not burn well, V'yata Haner, and you'll tilt the candle, Havi Hashem Lefi Apsila, to bring the oil to the wick. Kamashman, the Chiddush is, the Kanein Lachash Lazah. Here there's no concern for this, the Asur Shtamish La'ira, because it's Asur to get benefit from the Ner Chanukah. Therefore, we don't care if it's not burning well. There's nothing you can do about it because he can't use it. It's not going to bother a person since the person can't use it anyway. As long as you don't put more than the mitzvah. If you put more, there is a concern you might tilt it because you might come to use it after it burns, because then it's mutter to get enough from it. That is, even those that add every night, also can't use the ner Chanukah. The reason why you're not allowed to use the ner Chanukah is so that it should be recognizable that it's a ner of a mitzvah to publicize the miracle. Since they were masaking it through the miracle that happened in the menorah, they made it like the menorah that you're not to be nena from it. Even to eat by it, do sudas mitzvah gam kenos, even to check, which is shutash sharai gam kenos. It's a very temporary, unpermanent type of usage. The taz sheskima dafilu noisan meirachik, even to count it from afar. She'ein yad of smuchais laner, that your hand is not next to the candle. Gam kenos, it's also asur. Asur kedei shaloi yiu mitzvahs bezuyas olav, so that mitzvah should not be disgraceful to you. The dafka bezeh, only in this scenario, shu al kapanim tashmish sharai, which is only a temporary usage. Avol kol she'ina mishamish klum, anytime it's not being used for anything, rashai leishev bevesai, it is permitted to sit in your house b'shah shener Chanukah doilekes, at a time that the ner Chanukah burns. Any time that it's not being used for anything, it's permitted to sit in your house at the time that the ner Chanukah. In other words, you're not allowed to use it for Tashmish Sharai. But if you're not using it at all, you're allowed to sit there while it's burning. I feel Tashmish of Kedusha. Some say even a Tashmish of Kedusha is Asr. Midivrei Ataz Muchach. From the words of the Taz, it is clear that day Rishon, according to the first day of Asr, feel B'lima Derech Harai, you're now to learn even temporarily. Dilu B'derech Kava, because in a learning in a Derech Kava, feel Day Shnia Asr, it's also even according to the Day Shnia. Ayin Ber Halacha, Chumash Kasadim Zeh Asr. The first day holds that a Tashmish Kedusha is Asr, V'chein B'neres Beis HaKnesses, likewise the Neres of a Shul Mishtam Shal Oirin Av Tashmish Kedusha, K'may B'bayis, you're allowed to use so this is going on. The Mechaber said Tashmish Kedusha Kugan Limud is Asr. Similarly, he says that the Neres of Beis HaKnesses, you can't use, there are even a Tashmish Kedusha like in the house. That is, if you want to daven Marav next to them, so long as they didn't burn a half hour, it's also. In other words, the Neiros Chanukah that you light on the Beis HaKnesses, it's also Asur to be nana from them, even a Tashmish of Kedusha. Okay, we'll hold it over here. Bez Hashem, we'll pick it up next time. Wishing everyone bracha v'hatzlacha, v'chol tov.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.